Hey guys, Brian Finale here. I'm one of the co-founders of Webinars OnAir, and we've been hitting you with a lot of training. The introduction, the hook, tips and tricks to get people to stay on your webinar to the end so you can hit them with your product, service, or offer. They can buy your stuff and you can make money. So incredibly important. My brother Jim's been doing an awesome job. This one's going to be a little bit different. This is so important. I don't care if it's on the registration page or if it's on your webinar. And again, these are all just tips so you can help create the best webinar experience and make money with these things as a business owner, okay? So with that in mind, your story, with whatever you're marketing, product, service, or offer, it's not, people just don't want to buy stuff. They don't just buy stuff just to buy it. They want a benefit, right? And if you can internalize in their hearts, at like the cellular level, what that really means, like what does your product really mean to them? And I'll give you a couple examples. And you got to keep this in mind, whether, again, registration or on the webinar, registration page or on the webinar. What does, for me, I have a marketing company, and my customer, my number one target customer, they want leads. So that's what I give them. It's very, very simple. I give them a way to generate leads for their business, right? Customers to talk to. But really, you know, on my capture pages, on my webinar registration pages, I talk about how when I got started online in my business, I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't know how to generate leads, so rightfully so, the business, it didn't turn to profit, like ever. Right? And if you can imagine maxed out credit cards and to buy courses on how to generate traffic and the bank account slowly going like this, the wife, spouse, friends, family telling you, you know, you're just nagging it, you're crazy, you know, something's got to break. Something's got to break. So my story would be around that. Like I was in your shoes 8 years ago, no leads, nobody to talk to. And the funny thing is what you think is wrong with your business, all right, I can promise you that you will fail in your business, whatever it is, whatever you're marketing, unless you have the X variable. And that, my friend, is a continuous, steady flow of fresh, laser-targeted leads, of prospects to talk to for your business. Without it, you're done. I was there. It hurts when you're broke. You got no one to talk to. You can't drive traffic. None of your products are selling off the shelf. You've got nothing to do. And I can remember just staring at my bank account each and every month as it was slowly dwindling to nothing. And then I found the secret. The secret, and this, my friend, is what I'm going to show you on the webinar. So make sure you put in your name and email, because once you get this tip and trick, your business worries, the struggle, the pain, like your business can be fun. You just need people to talk to. You just need a steady flow of customers to buy your stuff. Bottom line, that's what I'm going to give you. And really, what that's going to get you, the benefit of that, is I'm going to give you your life back. I'm going to give you your family back. You want a successful business so you can do X, Y, Z, travel the world, give back to charity, donations, family, faith, whatever. You can do whatever you want. Once you get a steady flow of leads and you have a successful internet business that you can run from anywhere in the world, imagine that. That's what I'm going to give you on this webinar. Fill out the form. We start at 9 p.m. Eastern sharp. I will see you there. Okay? And that's it. That's like the story. You know, I was there. I was there. The pain, evoking, like getting them in that spot to where, look, they feel that, right? And they can relate to that. In fact, chances are the people who are watching my video, right, are in that exact position. I'm describing their pain better than they are, and they even know it's there, right? I'm pinpointing it. I'm saying I got the painkiller, right? And always, you know, these open loops, you know, if you can create stories on the fly on your webinars and say, you know, if you can open these loops in the beginning of the webinar and kind of, you know, leave these cliffhangers so that your customers and your future customers have to stay on to the end to finish out or to hear what happened at the end of the story. Like, for example, you know, here was my, you know, once I found this one particular thing, this one thing got me 10 leads a day for my business. And at the end, I'm going to show you exactly what that was. All right, at the end of the webinar, so they can stay on. So just start thinking more creatively. People don't just buy stuff to buy it, right? You got to induce some feelings, emotions. You know, the more you entrust, the more they trust. When that happens, they buy stuff. And the only way to do all of that is stories. Stories sell. That's it. Now, I promised you another example, and I'm going to do that right now. But with the other one, that, you know, needing leads and things like that, that's the story. The not having the leads and the pain, and, you know, the having the maxed out credit cards, to then finding the solution, and then never having to have, you know, chase customers and attracting customers into my business, and then, hey, I'm going to give you that solution. How does that feel? Right? Induce, elicit, evoke emotions. That's when sales are made, right? So let's just say I sell boats, which I don't, but this is across the board. I want to prove this to you. Like, literally, if I sold boats, I would not be talking about the cheapest boat or whatever. You know, everyone's saying the same thing, right? That's not what people want. If I'm a smart boat seller, right, seller of boats, I would be talking about, they're not just buying a $100,000 piece of steel with a whole bunch of electrical gear and crazy stuff that I can zip around on the water, right? I am selling an experience. I am selling, hey, imagine being able to take your family down to the lake, right? Hop them on your brand new boat. You put in the key in the ignition. I can remember that when I bought my first boat. You put that thing in right in the ignition, and you hear the roar of that engine, and that's yours. and then you take the boat out and you go flying around the water like you've never gone with your family before, and the sun is shining, the wind going through your hair, and it feels amazing. And you're creating those memories with your kids, your family, memories, and taking pictures. That these things are going to be passed down for generations to come, long when you're gone, long after you're gone, right? This is what having a boat can literally set in stone your legacy with your family, and these can be the most precious times of your entire life with them. Can be happen on this boat, right? And that's what it did for me and my family. I will never, I just can't express in words what it means to be able to connect at that level, like literally on that one time a week, connect on that level with my daughter, my son, my beautiful wife. And it just is an amazing, amazing feeling and experience every week to look forward to that. And I cherish those moments. That's the story. So those types of story, you got to think about the benefit of the benefit, the story, the hook. Like, just start thinking creatively about what your product really does, and weave that story into your registration page to get people to want to register, and then weave that story all day long with open loops and open hooks. Getting them to stay on to the very end, starting a story and giving them the kind of the conclusion of the story, the cliffhanger, the nail biter, right? And you tell them the solution or the end of the anecdote at the end of the webinar. It's just stories. That's what sells. You got to get them to move, and only when that happens, they will buy your stuff. So that's the takeaway. Watch this a couple times. Start creating and crafting your story around whatever your product, service, or offer is, and I guarantee you that is, once you do this, you fine-tune this, your story will make you more money than anything, period. So start dripping little nuggets, little pieces of that story all throughout this process, and your webinar will go way, way better, and you will see sales popping all over the place. Especially if you've never done this before, implement this into your business or whatever you're selling. The story, my friend, can change your life, and it will. So thanks for staying with me, and I hope you got some value on this. Again, watch this a couple times to really start thinking about what your story is around your product so that you can sell more and just have a better life because of it, and help more people, get your product in the hands of more people so you can help them. And at the end of the day, make more profit, baby, for you and your business. I will see you on the next training. Make sure you stay plugged in. This email is on your safe list, your white list, whatever, so that you continue to get these updates, and they're just free tips and tricks on how to monetize your webinar and have a better, more profitable, fun webinar experience for you and your prospects. We'll see you on the next one.